Global warming is the rise in the Earth's temperature. It has been happening since around the late 1800s and early 1900s, a time we call the Industrial Revolution. Global warming all starts off with the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is completely natural and is how the Earth heats itself, but due to an unnatural level of greenhouse gases in the air, the Earth's temperature has started to rise. All this extra heat has caused the polar ice caps to melt, sea levels to rise, and some people to become environmental refugees. The greenhouse effect simply works like this. Solar radiation from the sun enters the Earth's atmosphere. This then hits the Earth's surface and warms it. This energy is then converted into infrared radiation that is emitted back into space. However, due to greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, this infrared radiation is bounced back to Earth, causing the Earth's temperature to rise. Greenhouse gases are naturally in the air, but the more greenhouse gases, the more infrared radiation is bounced back to Earth. The main greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. Carbon dioxide is mainly produced by cars and factories. The carbon dioxide levels have risen due to high demand for these things. Methane is usually caused by animals, and due to a higher world population, there is more demand for meat, so farmers start to get more animals and start producing more methane. Nitrous oxide is usually emitted in the air due to agricultural byproducts, such as fertilizers. As farming and agriculture started to develop, more nitrous oxide started to be released in the air. Almost everyone will be affected by global warming, in many different ways. Global warming is causing more natural disaster, more droughts, more fires, and more land loss. Over the last century, there have been many more natural disasters than ever before. This not only means loss of life, it also means loss of money, spent on insurance, weatherproofing, and much more. These are the areas most vulnerable to land loss due to sea level rise. I think global warming should be the world's main priority because global warming is still something we know very little about, and we can't predict what's going to happen next. Unlike the other world issues we're currently facing at the moment, global warming is not under the control of mankind, which makes it much harder to deal with. Before we can do anything, we need to know exactly what global warming is and how it works. We need to know exactly what caused it and how to fix it. However, in the meantime, we need to start lowering the greenhouse gas emissions. Doing this may be all it takes to stop global warming. Also, we need to be 100% prepared to put all of the world's resources into stopping global warming.